Slowdowns with work that goes on southbound 79 this afternoon around the Zele-Nopal Evans City exit. Watch for some delays there. And an accident at Washington Road at Vanadium. Vanadium seems pretty tied up. In XAAA traffic on the 5s at 345 from the Longwood to Oakmont Traffic Center. I'm Bonnie Diver on KDK.
Now, here's the up-to-the-minute AccuWeather forecast brought to you by DrBacter.com. Dr. Michael Bacter, the weight loss expert.
Increasing and thickening clouds, warm and sticky this afternoon, a high of 83. It's going to be warm and humid tonight, although 68. Then a couple of showers and thunderstorms late tonight into tomorrow morning. The rest of the day, lingering clouds, cooler and turning less humid, a high 72. Friday, partly sunny and nice, high 69. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
It's 81 degrees at Pittsburgh International.
There are Allstate agents and communities across the Pittsburgh area, people you can trust to help you get the protection you need and find you ways to save more of your hard-earned money. So talk to an Allstate agent today. Find one near you at Allstate.com.
How would you like to make up to $20,000 a month flipping houses with no risk? Hi, my name is Nick Vertucci, and over the last 2 years, my elite team of house flippers have flipped over 800 properties by using my 3-step flipping system that guarantees quick profits. And this year, we plan to double it. I'm growing my team in your area, and I'm looking for help. I have more cash available than deals right now, so I need you. All interested candidates, call now and take an inside peek of my flipping system. I'll rush you out a free copy of my Fortunes in Flipping CD kit that will show you how easy it is to get in, get out, and get paid immediately flipping houses if you come join my team.
Call 1-800-795-5658 now to get your free Fortunes in Flipping kit. Call 800-795-5658 in the next 20 minutes, and Nick will also give you free tickets to a live workshop coming to the Pittsburgh area. Call 800-795-5658. That's 800-795-5658, and get your free kit now.
I'm John Shumway. Tomorrow on the KDKA Morning News, we'll get you ready for Steelers-Ravens, reaction to the president's ISIS plan, and also remembering 9/11 on the 13th anniversary. All on the KDKA Morning News. And it's 3:37 now on KDKA. We've got traffic on the 5s, AccuWeather, and sports coming up here in just a little bit. I'm scheduled to talk with the Baltimore Sun Ravens beat writer Aaron Wilson at this time. We're still trying to effort him, so if we can get him on the line, we'll have him for you here on KDK. But in the meantime, it made all the headlines last night and through the morning, but maybe you didn't get a chance to hear the entire interview that Nora O'Donnell of CBS did with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. It took place at NFL headquarters late yesterday. Putting the whole thing in context is sometimes helpful to form a full opinion. So in that end, we thought we would do you a service now and bring you some of that interview. Well, actually, this is the bulk of that interview, which ran this morning on CBS.
In the NFL, see the second videotape before Monday. No one in the NFL.
No one in the NFL, to my knowledge, and I've been asked that same question, and the answer to that is no. We were not granted that. We were told that that was not something we would have access to. On multiple occasions we asked for it, and multiple occasions we were told no. I understand that there may be legal restrictions on them sharing that with us, and we've heard that from attorney generals and former attorney generals.
You know, there are people saying they just don't buy that no one in the NFL has seen this tape.
Well, that's a fact. And I think it's a fact because the criminal justice system and law enforcement were following the laws and doing what they needed to do to make sure that they followed the criminal activity. This is an ongoing criminal investigation, and I think they were doing what they do. We are cooperative and we are supportive. We will ask for any pertinent information that we can have access to, but we can't force them to provide any information.
How is it that the NFL couldn't get their hands on the second tape, but a website called TMZ could?
Well, I don't know how TMZ or any other website gets their information. We are particularly relying on law enforcement. That's the most reliable. It's the most credible. And we don't seek to get that information from sources that are not credible.
Do you wish you had seen this videotape before it was released by TMZ?
Absolutely.
Why?
That's why we asked for it on several occasions. Because when we make a decision, we want to have all the information that's available. And obviously that was when we met with Ray Rice and his representatives, it was ambiguous about what actually happened.
But what was ambiguous about her laying unconscious on the floor, being dragged out by her feet?
There was nothing ambiguous about that. That was the result that we saw. We did not know what led up to that. We did not know the details of that. We asked for that on several occasions. It was unacceptable in and of itself, what we saw in the first tape, and that's why we took action, albeit insufficient action. And we acknowledge that. We took responsibility for that. I did personally, and I take responsibility for that now. But what we saw yesterday was extremely clear and graphic and was absolutely necessary for us to take the action we did.
But what changed? I mean, on the first tape, she was lying unconscious on the ground, being dragged out by her feet. Did you really need to see a videotape of Ray Rice punching her in the face to make this decision?
No, we certainly didn't. And I would tell you that what we saw in the first videotape was troubling to us in and of itself. And that's why we took the action we took. As I've said before, we didn't feel that was sufficient. We didn't get that right. But what we saw yesterday was extremely clear, is extremely graphic, and it was sickening.
The question becomes, did the NFL drop the ball, or was the NFL willfully ignorant about what was on this tape?
Well, we certainly didn't know what was on the tape, but we have been very open and honest, and I have also from 2 weeks ago when I acknowledged that we didn't get this right. That's my responsibility, and I'm accountable for that.
What does that mean that he was suspended indefinitely? Does that mean Ray Rice will never play in the NFL again?
I don't rule that out, but he would have to make sure that we are fully confident that he is addressing this issue clearly. He has paid a price for the actions that he's already taken.
So under what circumstances do you see that you would lift Ray Rice's suspension?
I haven't thought about that because right now I think the focus is he's got a lot of work to do. The family has a lot of work to do. We're going to obviously provide whatever resources we can to help them work through that. At the same time, we're going to continue to try to implement our policies and our revised education and training so that we can get to people and help people and their families make the wiser decision and know they have resources available.
But Commissioner, this problem seems bigger than just Ray Rice. I don't have to tell you, I mean, there have been a number of recent high-profile cases of NFL players accused of domestic violence. Does the NFL have a domestic violence problem?
What we have is young men that are going to be, unfortunately, involved in this if we don't provide the right resources. One case is too many. One. What we have to do is go back and say, if we have one case, that's something we've got to address. If we have multiple cases, we have to change our training and our education to try to eliminate that issue.
But is domestic violence more widespread than in the general public? Do you look at the NFL and say, I'm the commissioner, we've got a problem?
Absolutely. We're saying we have a problem. We have one incident that's a problem. And what we want to do is, by the policy that we implemented 2 weeks ago, is say, we haven't done this right. We've had lots of conversations, lots of listening and learning right here in this room with experts, not just in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or month, but over the last couple of years, to say, how can we deal with this issue better? How can we prevent the cases from happening? And when they do happen, how can we send the right message to say this is not acceptable?
Roger Goodell and Nora O'Donnell on the KDKA Afternoon News. That was from CBS This Morning, the full length of the interview there. And if you want to see more...